So the first thing is the pre-inspection. We check everything out, and then after we check everything out, we're going to make notes, right? During when we're checking it out, we're going to make notes so we know what it is. But even before we start the vacuuming, what do we have to know about this carpet?
Fiber identification.
Yeah. How do we do that?
Burn test or?
Yeah. God. Show us how to do that. So take a fiber from an inconspicuous area.
A closet or a bedroom or something, right? What do you think?
Paul.
Better not?
If you smell it, what's it smell like?
Plastic. Polyester.
I think you burn the outside. The latex. Latex smell.
Celery.
Yeah. So it smells like celery. What do you think it is?
Nylon.
If you don't know for sure it's nylon, what do?
Do the
Formic acid test. You put a little bit of formic acid in an area or a little piece of carpet or a little fiber. If it dissolves in formic acid, then it's nylon. So 60% of the carpets are nylon. This is kind of what you're going to be dealing with. It's a nylon, so you know that it's stain resistant. You know it's acid dyed. In this case, it's a printed carpet. Use a screen printer. Okay. So number one is pre-inspection. Number two is pre-inspection will include your fiber ID. And then number two is your vacuum. You need to vacuum as much as possible. Why do you want to vacuum as much as possible?
Because you're going to pick up 74 to 79% of your soil.
Exactly, because 74 to 79% of the dirt that's in this carpet is not soluble in water. Similar to hair, just dirt, little rocks. So you're going to vacuum first. You want to use like a vacuum cleaner that says at least commercial on it, so you look a little bit of professional, you know, if not a high-end vacuum. Alright, so I got my brandy brush here. Agitate it. Quite kind of low, like right here, but then it goes up. So usually adjustment would be a little lower. And then one of these triggers turns it, and the other one sprays it. Go like that. Basically what it's doing is cleaning it millions of times, really. If I keep it there, it will actually clean it like 300 times a minute. And there's no way that I can physically do that myself.
If it's over wet,
It's sucking as it's going
No.
too, yeah.
It's sucking it.
Yeah, those got vacuum heads, those are vacuum heads, yeah.
So it is okay to have both fingers on
the whole time.
I do.
Yeah.
because I thought I broke one of those.
You can see that right there? You look at that. Look at the difference there. See?
Wow.
How hard am I working? How hard am I working? Huh? Not very hard. No? I'm just holding it.
Fast.
I wasn't sweating when using the RX-20. And now I'm working harder. Okay, who hasn't used the wand yet? Who's never? This is the point where the customer is jumping up and down, right? This is the point. Look at the carpet, it looks gorgeous compared to what it was, huh? Right? It's beautiful. All the spots are gone. Now, at this point is the time to bring up protector. This is the time when the odor is going to be the worst. So over there where there's some urine and it's really, really bad, you know, you say, would you like me to take care of that for you? And then you go through your steps. Is it light, medium, or heavy, right? And also it's a good time to protect it because you know what? Next step is grooming. So you might as well protect it. So if you use a protector, don't use something that's going to wet it too much and keep it wet too much. And the application of the protector, you just want a light mist. And in the traffic areas, you want a heavier mist, so maybe a 2-coating. You know, it's the area that people walk the most. And then, oh, this is probably where they walk the most. So in this area, I might go twice. And in the areas where they don't walk, then I'm going to do a little less.
Nice smell too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if I use something that's too wet, like I'm going to put 5 gallons of water on this, what is the problem with that? The customer wants it dry. And I just over-wet it.
And pretty much aren't you like doubling your job if you can sell Scorch Guard? I mean, not doubling it, but getting 2/3 of it maybe? You think half or half of it?
Yeah, you're obviously making more money, but besides making money, you got to realize what else are you going to do? You're protecting the carpet. You're protecting an asset for the customer. The carpet is, say, $10,000 in my house, but you're making it last longer. And you're going to, you know, all the stains that we had so much trouble getting out, some of them were really hard because it's never been protected before. This is probably 7 years old, the carpet.
This carpet, right?
Yes. And it's never been really cleaned correctly. It's just been played with, you know, for classes. And it's never had a protection on it. So now with this protection, guess what happens next time?
Okay, bye-bye.
It's going to stay cleaner longer. And next time, if there is a stain on there, it'll come out a lot faster because a spot, it hasn't gone to the dye side. It's just sitting there. Okay, this helps a spot from becoming a stain.
And this is a protector.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a protector.
This is a solvent-based protector. Wow. So we're not adding water.
This is like ready to use. We're not mixing with anything. So it's going to dry in within 15 minutes.
I mean, I'm touching it here and it's pretty much dry. I mean, it's...
Yeah, so it's pretty much dry right there.
I mean, you can even touch right here. I mean, you spray this, touches. I mean, it's... You know what I mean?
Alright, so once I get this worked in, now this isn't a required step. They say that what you do is afterwards you rake it in, but you're going to rake it anyway, right? So what we're going to do is go ahead, brush it in. I like the brush better than the rake because it just looks prettier. But you know, that's like a personal preference. If I'm trouble in this direction, I can always go the opposite direction. This is making more tired than the one. It gives it a nice kind of a groomed look. And then what's the last job? What's the last thing that a carpet cleaner has to do? Dry it, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the heating system on where it's on instead of auto, right? So air starts circulating. If it's in a humid environment, we're going to turn AC on so it dehumidifies. If there's a fan up there, we're going to turn the fan on. If we're in Reno, guess what? The humidity is probably 6% outside, so we're going to open the windows. So what that'll do is facilitate drying. Now we can start putting our things away, making our invoice, whatever else. And probably the best thing you should do at this point, while you're waiting for it, is do a whole house inventory. So you're there anyway. What else needs to be cleaned? Look at all those chairs back there. You know, look at all these chairs. Look at the leather couches in the front. Look at the chairs of the people who work here. Look at Paul's chair. Look at the lunch chairs, you know. There's blinds there in the front. There's cars. Each employee has a car that needs to be cleaned. What about the neighbor next door? He just hasn't had his carpet cleaned forever. The guy next door, he just moved in. He probably needs something clean. That kind of makes sense?
Yes.
So it's not like, okay, I'm done, I gotta go to the next job. Wait, man, you're still not done. You still got so much money left in here. Okay? That's pretty much it. Those are the steps.